welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's the Minnesota Twins taking on the Baltimore Orioles. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. So the Baltimore Orioles have taken the first two games of this series, and today they'll go for the sweep. They played well, Chris, and they're looking for more of the same in this one.
Yeah, they've been the side shaking hands on the field after each game so far. Played solid baseball to earn those wins, as you said, but every game offers up its own unique challenges. So we'll see what those are today, but there's always a little extra motivation when you have an opportunity to sweep a series.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So, almost ready to get underway, and today's starting pitcher, John Means.
Boog, last time out, picked up his 15th win of the year. He's been really putting things together at the perfect time. We'll see if he can go out there today and, more importantly, get a win for the team.
All right, ready to get underway. Here's the left fielder, Trevor Larnach.
The left fielder, Trevor Larnach.
The wind and the pitch. And fouled off.
First pitch, 136.
And the lefty with the 0-1. And a foul ball. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Mateo has a beat on it. He's got it. And a quick out, number one. Now the lineup for the Twins as constructed by Rocco Baldelli. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Byron Buxton.
And Boog, he's their team leader in home runs, so you know the pitchers on that other side, man, they took a lot of time preparing for him in that pregame meeting. You know, he's got a lot of pop, and it's real pop. It's not fluky at all. He can absolutely change the outlook of a game very quickly, so watch out when he steps in.
Kyle Farmer stands in now and watches strike one. Here comes a pitch. Good eye right there. Check swing, and he held up. Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. And that's ball four.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Here's Carlos Correa. Collected 3 hits in the loss yesterday. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. At the belt and fires. Ripped to third and caught. Throw not in time as he's able to get back to avoid the double play.
That'll drive you crazy as a hitter if you let it. I mean, he couldn't have hit that ball more on the screws than he did, and yet he's got nothing to show for it. Hang with him. I know the feeling.
Here's Byron Buxton. Hitless of the first 2 games of the series. He's 0 for 8. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Farmer, the runner at first with 2 gone. There's a strike. In the dirt, squirts away from Rutschman. And he's into scoring position with 2 gone on the wild pitch. Kicks and deals. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Runner at second, 2 down. Next pitch misses, 3-2 now.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
3-2 on the way. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco. In the dirt, but kept close. Well done behind the dish. And the 1-0. And a big swing and a miss.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button. Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He swung over top of the curveball.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back here in Baltimore. And pitching in this game, Jordan Balazovic.
Unfortunately, only lasted 1 inning last time out. I'm sure he's extremely frustrated, but today you hit the reset button, you go out and try to qualify for a win.
And now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. The wind of the pitch. That's in for a strike. And a pitch. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. The pitch. That's a laser base hit. And stepping in is the speedy Henderson. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Runner on the go. Pitch inside. Throw to second, and great jump. Two and 0 to count. Here it comes. On the ground. And that one handled. Tosses to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. Let's take a look at our lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and a guy is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
And that one in the air, center field. Buxton makes the grab. Runner tags for home, and they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Anthony Santander at the plate. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. That one fouled off.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
On a line out towards center. And that will end the inning. But they push across one run on one base hit, no errors, no one left. Second inning coming up from Baltimore. It's the Orioles 1 and the Twins nothing. All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Twins, Ryan Jeffers. Means back to work. 0-1.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Now a check swing, but he held up. Matthew Ross umpiring behind home plate for us in this one. He's got a reputation for having a bit of a wide strike zone, Chris.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. He rewards pitchers when they're working the edges and sometimes a little bit beyond that. So for the hitters, just have to really be aware. Don't miss your pitch when you get it early in the count.
And puts the squeeze on that. And there's one away. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see these guys a lot.
Yeah, Boog, these guys are all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with some of these guys.
Next offering is in for a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. On the ground, right side. Steps on first for the out. Here's Alex Kirilloff. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
1-0.
Line to left. And one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So 2 down. Max Kepler getting ready to hit. First pitch just misses. And another ball.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
Now 3-0. Trevor Larnach waits on deck.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
On the outside corner, that's strike one. Kirilloff at second with 2 down. In for a strike. Now it's 3-2. And he walked him.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Here's Trevor Larnach. Glide out his first time. There's the strike. Two outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. That one's in there. That is strike 2.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
In the air, center field. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And that ends the inning. Twins strand a pair. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Back here at the ballpark, we head to the bottom of the second, and now the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. right-hander back to work. Foul ball there. Here comes the 0-1. And a swing and a miss.
Not a swing you want to watch again.
Struck him out swinging. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Batting 6.
Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. One of the stars in the win yesterday as he had 3 hits. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Buxton pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Batting 7. The second baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Ramon Urias, the next to hit for the Orioles. 3 for 7 in the series so far. That one hammered, but pulled foul. And the right-hander deals. On a line, base hit.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Matt Chapman.
Matt Chapman up to the plate now. Comes in 5th in the American League in batting average. Ripped on a line. Dives. What a play.
Great diving catch to end the inning after the pitcher battles through a tough one. That'll fire up the dugout. Time to go hit.
Welcome back. Top half of the 3rd inning. And now for the Twins, Kyle Farmer. And he deals. Farmer, 32 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2013. That's in there, and that's strike 1. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Mateo has a beat on it. Drops into the glove, and there's 1 down. And here comes Carlos Correa. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. And there's a foul ball. The 0-2. Got him. And there's 2 away.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
So up next for Minnesota, Byron Buxton. First pitch swinging. Buxton, a former Gold Glove winner, batting in the cleanup spot. He's been scoring a lot of runs lately. He scored 9 times in the last 10 games. 2 down, nobody on. In there at the knees. That's strike 2. There's a swing and a drive. Santander going back some more. Gone. Byron Buxton blasts 1 out. His 19th home run of the year. It's 1-1.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Next to hit, Jorge Polanco. Swings through that one, 0-1. Tied up here in the early going. And ball one. And now 2 balls and a strike. This one smacked out to left center. Mullins makes a nice running catch. Twins get one on this homer. All even now at 1-1. You're dialed into the show.
Oh man, 100 bands, raw papers, all gas.
Bottom of the inning, Jorge Mateo now. Mateo measures 6 feet even, 180 pounds, and he's usually a shortstop, but today he's starting in the outfield. And first offering is fouled off. And the 0-1. And that's a little high. Line and a base hit into right.
Well, as hot hitting continues, he's been getting great results lately. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Over to Correa for one. How about that double play?
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. And first offering is fouled off. They say you win. That one ripped. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on, and such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here's Adley Rutschman. And that one hammered. That's back. And it hits the top of the wall. Across is the runner from first. It's 2-1.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Anthony Santander, the next to hit for the Orioles. Hard ground ball, base now. Here comes Rutschman around third. Now a long throw home. Not in time. He's safe as a run scores.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Fastball down and in. Good spot to get a ground ball, but that one had eyes.
Runner at first with 2 away. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Santander off of first with 2 away. Swung on, belted. That's back there. Bangs off the wall. And that's a 2-out double. The relay throw. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time. And they cut down the run to end the inning.
And welcome back. John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And set to lead off the 4th, Ryan Jeffers. Means back to work. Slice to right. Santander makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Miranda batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. The 0-1. Good eye right there. Now a screamer into the outfield. Mullins tracks it down for the out. Now it's the Twins DH, Alex Kirilloff. Doubled in his first AB. That's off the mark. Ball 1.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Next offering is in for a strike. Called strike right there.
Generally, 2nd, 3rd time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Comes the 2-2. Stays alive. Now a fly ball to right center. Santander drifts towards it, and he makes the catch. And that'll do it. Down go the Twins in order. Score holds. It's 3-1. Back now at Oriole Park. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the DH, Ryan O'Hearn. The right-hander back to work. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 1.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these guys are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. And it is gone. That one felt good. His 17th of the year. And they tack one on the board. It's 4-1.
Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Ramon Urias, the next to hit for the Orioles. That's to 3rd, and that's a fair ball.
Back-to-back base hits. I'm amazed at his ability to pull his hands inside and actually square that baseball up. That pitch was off the plate. So tough to get the barrel to anything in there.
Man at first, Matt Chapman, the next to hit. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. And there's one down.
The left field, number 3.
Here's a speed threat, Jorge Mateo. Single to right at his first trip. In the air, left side, Larnach under this one. Hauls it in for the out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Cedric Mullins, the next to hit for the Orioles. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Pulls it in on the run. And the inning is over. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 4-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Baltimore, Max Kepler at the plate.
The right fielder, Max.
The big lefty turns, kicks, steals. And there's a ball.
Well, these Twins, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
And a 1-1. Inside, just missed. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. He's got it. 1 down.
The left fielder, number 9.
Trevor Larnach, the next Twin up to hit.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Whips it to Mountcastle, and a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, third baseman,
Kyle Farmer up to the plate now. In there, and it's 0-1.
In this situation, as the number 2 hitter, 2 out, nobody on, you want to be a table setter. Work the at-bat, get deep, whatever it takes, get on first base.
Next offering is in for a strike.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand.
And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Twins retired in short order, and they trail it 4-1.
Just bounce it. Everybody wanna come, I'm announcing it. I'm always gonna get it, I'm always gonna get it. Even if you sit back denouncing it.
We head to the bottom of the 5th, and here is Henderson.
the shortstop, number 2.
The pitch. On the ground to first. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. 1 up, 1 down.
The catcher, number 35, Adley.
Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
That one is absolutely belted. Gone! He'll circle the bases. Home run number 20 on the year. It's 5-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Bases empty, 1 away. Anthony Santander, the next to hit for the Orioles. This one popped up right side. Polanco pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 down.
Man, he just couldn't lay off right there. Those high fastballs, they just look really good because they're eye level, but they're just about impossible to get the barrel to.
Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit for the Orioles.
you missed it. We ain't the same, no, brother. I'm flipping, I'm twisted.
In the air, left field. Larnach on the move. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And that's the inning. Orioles add one on a solo homer. It's now a 5-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at the ballpark, now it's the shortstop, Carlos Correa. And a pitch. Correa measures 6 feet 4 inches, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Strike 2.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Whips it to Mountcastle. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
The center fielder, number 25,
Byron Buxton, the next Twin up to hit.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
And that one is lifted in the air. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Now here is Jorge Polanco. Buxton leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Now 1-1. Next offering is in for a strike. And the pitch. Upstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And Polanco is out.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Jeffers up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. On the ground, right side. That's a base hit. Run scores. Two outs, runner at first. And next for Minnesota, Jose Miranda gets the call. 0-1. Miranda in his 2nd season, 24 years old, and he was born in Puerto Rico. The next pitch misses, and it's 1-1. 1-1 now. A little bit low. Swing and a miss. On the ground to 3rd. That ends the frame. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's 5-2. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show.
Word to Nas, I'm shooting for the stars. Unlabeled weed and bars, win against all odds.
On the mound now for the Twins, number 40.
And he's had a really hard time throwing strikes so far this season. His walk rate is up there among the worst in the league for relievers.
So now the DH spot, Ryan O'Hearn.
the designated hitter.
The wide to kick the pitch. Line drive, caught.
Nice swing and good solid contact. That ball was smoked, but it needed a little more lift to get into the outfield gap. Maybe a little more backspin.
And into the box for Baltimore, Ramon Urias. Out to short. Slings it across. 2 up, 2 down.
The bat, the third baseman, Matt.
Now it's Matt Chapman. On the ground, right side. Polanco tosses to first. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. They're still out in front, 5-2. Top of inning number 7, and now the Minnesota designated hitter, Alex Kirilloff. Means back to work. There's a strike. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Puts the squeeze on that one. 1 up, 1 down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Kepler up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at 1 down low. Ground ball left side. Chapman over to first in time, and 2 away to start the 7th.
The left fielder, number 9, Trevor.
Now the left fielder, Trevor Larnach. On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. Here's the 0-1. And that's outside.
2-1.
That one missed.
Well, just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
Larnach checks his swing. Appeal down to 3rd. Yes, he did. That's a swing. Here comes a 3-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Line drive, and it stays fair. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So a man aboard, and now for the Twins, Kyle Farmer. And there's the strike. And a swing and a miss there.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Runner leads away at second. Battling here as he fouls it away. Larnach stands at second with 2 gone. That just misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
The next offering misses. Ball 2.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
And down on strikes he goes. And that is that. One left for Minnesota. They trail at 5-2. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the left fielder, Jorge Mateo. And here it comes. Check swing, no appeal.
You know, these Orioles doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Double-digit hits, and they've done a great job of avoiding the strikeout. Only one of them so far, which tells you a lot.
So up next, Cedric Mullins. Swinging a foul straight back. Bounce to the left side. Farmer on the run, sends it over to first, and they get Mullins for the out.
Talk about being able to dial up the velocity. That first baseman over there might need a little pad inside that first baseman's mitt.
2 outs, base is empty. Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Out to short. Tosses across to first, and the Orioles set down in order. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles, and it remains 5-2. Dylan Tate comes on now.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Now Correa up to hit. The Twins in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
And a pitch. That's in for a strike.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
On a line out towards center. Makes the catch for the out. Now the cleanup hitter for Minnesota, Byron Buxton. Ball 1 there.
1-0.
Here's a 1-1. And another ball. There's a strike. 2-2 down. And now it's filled up.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Just missed his spot on the inside right there.
Now batting.
1 gone, runner at first. So up next for Minnesota, Jorge Polanco. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. And it's even up. Buxton stands at first with 1 out. The punch out there, down on strikes, and he knew it.
Well, that's a pitch, that slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late. Gave up on it a little bit early.
This to third, They take the force out, and that is that. Twins wind up stranding one, and the deficit remains 5-2. Welcome back, and here's the catcher, Adley Rutschman. He is at the top of the game in terms of defense at the catching spot. The pitch. And strike one to the catcher.
It's so impressive because these guys have to do so much study and preparation for their pitchers, for opposing hitters, and really their number one job is to guide that staff through a ball game. And so when you also can turn it up offensively and be a force there, that is a win-win, every manager's dream.
That's hard hit on the line. Makes the grab, one down.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
Anthony Santander digs in now. And first offering is fouled off. Right-handed reliever. This ball's chopped on the ground. Correa sends it to first, and a couple of quick outs. Two outs, base is empty. Stepping in, Ryan Mountcastle. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
And that one sliced foul. Righty to the plate. In the air, right field. And that'll fall for a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Back against the wall with two strikes, but found a way. Pretty good fastball location. Down and in on the corner, but that was just a nice job to handle it. Hit it hard. Very tough spot to get the barrel to most of the time, though.
Ryan O'Hearn now at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. That one ripped. That's down. One hops off the wall. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a two-out double, second and third now.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
Here's the second baseman, Ramon Urias. In the air out towards right center. Buxton moves under it. And that is the third out of the inning. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Felix Bautista.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Here comes a pitch. Miranda, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. The 1-0. Swings through that one for strike one.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that, right?
That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Well, Boog, I know how much you love free stuff, and this offense has to love a free base runner to start this inning, even if it hurts a little bit. We'll see if they can do anything with it.
Kirilloff in the box now as he leaves that one up high.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for two.
That one finds the zone, and the count 1-1.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Miranda gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Got him. 1 out.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
Kepler, the next to hit, takes ball 1. And it's 1-1. Good eye right there. Next offering is fouled back. The pitch. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Right-hander kicks, deals. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Bird gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
2 outs.
Triple digits on the gun. I know there are more guys that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
The number 7 is such a cool and sort of lucky number. Well, this team has been playing really well, but to win 7 games in a row, there's been some luck and there's been some really good play. I think you get to this point, you start to look at, can we double that? Make it double digits, make it 2 touchdowns, make it 14.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
Y'all live when we die. What you leaving is earthly. Got him over silly. Wonder why nobody ever make it out the city. Heard he got in a heart full of envy. Nowadays they can see it when you winning. Yeah, so everybody ain't clapping. They only tune in just to see what can happen. And when it do happen, they gon' want them a fraction of love. Only real when they see that you mad. Just between me and you. Just between me. You just gotta see that. You just gotta see that. The crowd can't do what they do.
Mm-hmm.